The Macomb County Probate Court's online court system. Hi, I'm Darren Findling of the Probate Pro. We're going to cover the Macomb County Probate Court's online search system that allows you to gain really important information from the comfort of your home in front of a computer screen. Be able to view and look at online docketed information without the necessity of going to the courthouse and leafing through the file. You start by going to the URL, the home page, and it's a long one. It's probatecourt.macombgov.org. Why they chose that, I can't figure it out. It's a long beginning to this process, but that's the access page. And often people get there by using Google to search for the Macomb County Probate Court. And then from there, after they've landed on the home page, they go to the case lookup tab. Again, not the most intuitive place to find the online services, but I've highlighted it here. From there, it takes you to the Court Explorer, and Court View is a widely used system among many of the probate courts to access docketed information. So from here, the public records page gives you some of the terms of service and lets you know that certain information will not be available. For example, dates of birth, social security numbers, information that would be deemed confidential or really personal will not be displayed through the system. So it gives you a lot of information, but not all. From there, you click the click here button that just tells that you've consented to those terms of service. From there, it takes you to the search page. We're going to walk our way through the search page to really understand the power of the search and how to filter your searches so you get the information you're looking for. First, it's important to know that you can search by name, in this particular case, last name and first name. Now, you can't just simply search for a last name without a first name. They're both required parameters. So, for example, if you have a unique last name, you have to at least type in the first two letters of the first name for all the search parameters to be complete to be able to get a result. So, if you are unsuccessful the first time, maybe try different variations of the name. Sometimes people who have used nicknames or names before they were married or they've changed their name during their lifetime, you try different ones until you found the correct search parameter. Also, you can search by case number. I find this to be a little bit awkward because you have to remember where to put the hyphens. In most scenarios, there's a 4-digit prefix that identifies the year in which the case was filed. Then you've got the body of numbers, and then the last two letters are the case code, depending on what type of file. For example, GA is adult guardianship, CY is a minor conservatorship. You can also search by case type. For example, deceased, unsupervised probate, adult guardianship, and so on, as well as for an attorney's name. So attorneys generally use this section. It's not generally used by the public, but if you've got the attorney's name and not the case number or the case name, that may be an option for you. From here, I chose a really generic search term, that being William Smith. Figured that would give us a great opportunity to find a variety of records under that name. On the far right side, you'll see you can also filter by the particular types of case. Again, this is the case type section from that tab earlier, as well as the status of the case. Is it open? Is it closed? Is it a discharged individual, etc.? As well as the party type. Are they the plaintiff in a cause of action, the defendant? Are they the petitioner, etc., etc.? In addition, you can search and limit your searches by date parameters. So for example, if you have a really broad search like I've done here with William Smith, and you want to narrow it because you know the year the person died and the year that the filing may have occurred, you can limit your searches. It has been my experience that I start with a very broad search to cast a wide net, and then if the search is so large, I narrow it. I tend not to narrow it at the beginning because then you may lose some of the fish that would be caught in that net. From there, you click the search button and it takes you to the search results page. And again, let's walk through this particular page to show you how you can gain information from it. The first are the listing of case numbers, and they're going to be in numeric order chronological order based on the case beginning 4-digit prefix, which is the case filing date, in this case 2017, and then it goes further down. At a certain year, there wasn't the 4-digit prefix. Those are older cases, but you can click the case number button and it will resort it either from earliest to latest or latest to earliest. As you can see from my earlier explanation, a 4-digit year and then a 2-letter case code. So the first one identifies a 2017 case, GM, which is minor guardianship. The next is the case type. Again, pretty self-explanatory here. Guardianship of an adult, a minor, deceased estate, etc. The filing date of the original filing of the petition that began the matter. The initiating action, what created the proceeding that's going on at the probate court, and then the party that you serve. So for example, if William Smith is showing up here, is there a William E. Smith? Is there a William E. Smith Jr., William Edward Smith, and so on. So you can again filter out to make sure you're finding the right party. Here, this identifies when you search for William Smith, were you looking for the person that died, the person under guardianship, the interested party in the estate, the dates of birth if they're identified, and these will only occur in certain circumstances, generally when somebody has died or when they're under guardianship or conservatorship. The case status, pretty simple, open or close, and then the disposition. Now the nice thing here, I'm going to highlight one particular one. You can then go to that one and click the blue case number, which is a hyperlink. All of the other fields are non-hyperlinked, but the blue field with the underline is. By clicking it, it will then go into the docket system. And again, let's work our way through this to really understand what information is being provided to you. You can see that it's showing that this is a deceased estate. It is a closed file, the date of the filing, as well as whether it's a formal or informal estate, or if it's a guardianship or otherwise, the status date, as well as the judge. Really helpful information to know which judge is presiding over the case. For example, if a case is closed and you know you need to reopen it, you'd want to know which courtroom, which judge is assigned to the case to ensure that you provide the relevant information on the new petition to reopen the estate. In addition, you've got nice tabs here that first all information, which allows for a scrolling through all of these various tabs as you scroll down through the website. The docket, that's the information as it's docketed as each petition or disposition has occurred. The parties, the events, the financial, meaning was there an inventory fee paid? Was a petition fee paid? Is money owed? The receipts, and then of course the disposition. Really helpful information here as you wind through. And as you look at each docketed entry, it shows you the date, the description of the event, and what happened. It's really important to not simply rely on this information. This is just a starting point. To really rely on the information, you want to look at the petition, you want to read the petition, you want to look at the court order, read the court order, because there are inaccuracies, sometimes information is misdocketed, but it is the order upon, the court speaks through the court orders. So it's the order that you want to read to make sure you understand what's being directed. So again, a great starting point for some really terrific information, but it doesn't tell the entire story. Here I've highlighted the entire breadth of the docketed information, and if this was a live screen, you'd be able to scroll through it to get additional information. At the Probate Pro, we're passionate about probate-related issues. If you have questions about the Macomb County Probate Court or any probate-related matter, visit us at theprobatepro.com or call us at 833-PROBATE.